Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is Joshua So, and this is Composing Live, where we have an up close and personal look at how music is made. For the last several episodes, we've been working on recreating the work of Bedrich Smetana's The Moldau. Note, this is a condensed version, so it's not the whole thing, but we are piecing together a good chunk of the first part and also the final sections. And so this is episode 6. We are going to be working through the St. John's Rapids section, which involves probably what you would call the climax of this piece. So last week we spent a good deal of time to kind of get the foundations of that ready. I'm probably just going to play it from the beginning though, so just so you know, once we get to that point, which is measure 105 in the DAW here, you'll get to hear just a little bit of that, and we'll start to spend most of our day, or probably all of our day, working on that section. So let's go and get started, and go ahead and press play. Here we go. So you can kind of see on the bottom with the bass lines and the cello 2 part. Anyways, I think I'm missing tuba here, so I'm gonna press stop. But yeah, there's a lot going on, as you can see, and I'm just gonna test this. It looks like my tuba are not turned on. And I have two of them for some reason. I can't remember why, but let's go ahead and turn these guys on over here. Okay. With that being said, I probably should go over this with you. I copied this over from Wikipedia. I mean, not the greatest source for everything for accurate historical context, but I think this is kind of a nice read, and I'm not gonna go over the whole entire thing, but if you guys aren't familiar, the Moldau is part of a bigger symphonic poem saga that Smetana wrote called Vlast, and the Moldau is actually about a river, the Moldau River here, as two mountain springs, one warm and one cold. Water from the springs then combines to become a mighty river. And so, as you can hear in the beginning, there's just like a lot of maybe tributaries is a word, a lot of water that just trickles, and it's like kind of dancing around, as it's going down the mountain. Um, there are other things in the middle section that you weren't able to hear, but hopefully you guys will get a chance to hear it if you look it up on Spotify or anywhere you get your music. But where we're gonna be heading is the St. John's Rapids. So over here it says the main river theme returns, though it soon breaks into a tumultuous dissonance as the river enters the St. John's Rapids. And beyond the White River, the river reaches Prague, where to grand arpeggios of a regal hymn, it flows past the castle. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Visarad, once the seat of power for Bohemian kings. So, and we'll get to that point too. That's the other section. So I'm going to close out of that. Hopefully that helps. And let me also, to help jog my ears, I'm going to press play on the reference track that is on this St. John's Rapids section. It's going to get loud, so just brace yourself here. Ready? Not sure where we are, but let's see. One of these. Okay, I think I heard. Let's see. Maybe I'm a lot more behind than I thought. Okay, there we go. There we go. And that's the broad flow of the Vltava. That's the river, Moldau River, I believe. Yeah, I think Moldau is like the German name for the Vltava. Vltava is like the Czech word of the river, and the Moldaus are like just more like common, maybe like the German view of it. And that orchestra you just heard was, I believe, from the Berlin Orchestra, head by Herbert von Karajan during that time. So yeah, it's a great recording. It's one of the faster recordings I've ever heard from this piece, so that's partly why I liked it more than some of the other ones. If you listen to like Cello Bedrich version, it's like way slow. It's like twice as long, and so anyways, I after hearing a few different ones, I was like, okay, this is probably the best one I'm going to reference from. So let's see here. Yeah. Hey, Sam. Good to see you. Yeah, Wikipedia is the most reliable source of news, as they say. Yeah, and very Disney. Yeah, especially on that part. That part's kind of like it's like a turbulent sound, but it's like a nice Disney turbulent sound, if you will, not like a Hans Zimmer turbulent thing, right? Yeah, but it's cool. So, this is a goal for today. I've been talking probably too much, so let's go ahead and press play. Not press play. Let's make some music and record some other things. What I do need to do is though is make sure that all of my instruments are loaded properly. I guess my tubas weren't, so okay. So that was not in there before. That's because nothing. It wasn't actually there beforehand, and let me make sure those are muted now. Okay, anything else that I might have skipped out on? Maybe the percussion. Let's see. Yeah, so no bass drum. And let me just make sure that this is working. Sometimes, and it'd be nice to make sure that I have this working. Of course, I don't. Okay, so once I get that ready, we will move on. But in the meantime, let me switch over to a different camera real quick. Just as I'm talking here, I do have a full screener that we were doing here. I just gotta do a couple things on my end on the screen so that we can get my tablet connected. And if it's not, that's okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, there we go. So now I can, rather than going to this beginning, I have these MIDI tags or flags or whatever you want to call them to turn on things if my other tablet here isn't working, but it's working. So this will be a little bit quicker. So let's make sure that these are all on now. I thought I turned those on before, but I guess I saved out without turning them on last time. Okay, so now that we have this, let's just kind of hear this again in context one more time. So we listened to the professional, one of the best orchestras in the world just play that part. And let's listen to my version. Yeah, wow. I was way too loud. And, I'm thinking here, my thought process on why I had two, I'm not sure. Um, so there's two tuba parts. That's why. So the other thing is this tuba is way too loud. So I'm gonna just bring this down in volume, and hopefully that solves most of that. Okay, it's still kind of loud. Not sure why this one's as loud as it is. Maybe that's how I did it last time. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just dial this down and keep going. Cool. That's a little bit better. That's as much as I can take it. Now, another thing I'll do is go over to this side, and let's find that tuba because it's probably a little easier just to go into this setting here and bring this volume down and be an ensemble by 4 decibels. Probably should do it. Yeah, that's a lot more balanced as you can hear. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So now we kind of dialed that part down. If there are typos along the way, we'll fix it, but I'm just going to assume all those notes I put down last time were correct. So we have the foundation of bass, percussion, as I mentioned. Oh, and the timpani I muted because this is a little bit also too loud, and I don't really have a volume gauge, but maybe I can touch on this real quick since I started the timpani first, I think, or this was one of the first ones, and I did it because it was easier, but I didn't really know how loud the timpani should be. So, but now I have the bass and tuba in there. Maybe I'll shape this real quick. So let's do a pass at that. And what I'll do is I'm going to start right at 271 and just read it down. So I'll use my technique here where I'm turning the page as I record. And should I think I'll delete this and start over. Okay, here we go. Let's go and press play. And this would kind of, maybe I can leave the timpani in for the most part for the other times I'm playing other instruments. Here's the click. This part, 281. Quieter probably. Okay, so let's redo 327. My mouse got off of the screen, and I have like different computers and monitors. So when I get off of that, I couldn't turn the page, so I was like kind of stuck for a second. Let's go to that measure is different, right? So 326, where it goes to subito piano. It's 327 actually, but that measure is not in the DAW 327. So I have these other markers. This is 327 at 161. So from that point, let me just look ahead. So from here we got 1 2 1 2 1, and then crescendo. How should I do this? I'm just gonna delete, well, not delete this, but delete this. And I'll read it one more time. Here's 323. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? I pressed spacebar on the other screen. I gotta move my little tags here, my CC data up to that point first. Let's try again. Okay, was I a measure early? Let's see. I think I got that one. Yeah, so 327, I got the subito piano, or pianissimo, and then this, I was actually one measure off on the crescendo. Okay, so that's a lot better in terms of the shaping of how the timpani should sound there. Okay, let's do the more difficult sections now. Let's go to, it's 271 in my tablet. Let's see. Oh, oops. There we go. 271. So I have that ready in case I need to look over here. Um, so I did tuba. Let's go to brass for the other brass section. So we have trombone. Why don't we start there? And with the trombone, we have two parts. So I'm going to look over here as well. Okay, so two voices, easy. You know, I'm kind of glad I picked this piece in so many ways. One is there aren't like three parts to certain things like trumpets and trombones. Sometimes you'll see three parts or even more um, in bigger scores. And this one is just like two voices, so it's less work in a sense. And then also these are already transposed. I don't really need to transpose any of these instruments, which is fascinating. I've never had to deal with that. So just luckily, all these instruments happen to be non-transposed. Besides your tenor clef or viola clef, but yeah. Anyways, so looking at this, let's just plug in notes. Looks like they diverge here. Looks like the trombone top voice and the bottom voice do stuff differently. I do have to read the tenor clef though. That's gonna take a second for me to adjust. And being able to sight read that, I'm not even sure if I can do that, to be honest. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and trying to think here if I should input them in. It'd probably be faster to input these in actually. So let's do that. And I'm gonna pick this one here. You know, to be honest, well, we probably do need two tracks, don't we? I really like the A6 one better than the A2 for certain things like the legato. Let's test this real quick. So here's the legato. Maybe I'm thinking horn. Yeah, so and then this is the A6 version. No, okay, I take that back. I'll start actually just use these two, even though this one's bigger. So this will be voice 1. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong one. This is voice 1 and voice 2 for the trombones. I'll start with the voice 2 first. And first notes are A. This Wednesday, I'm going to the final test for autism. Finally, oh, well, cool. Well, hopefully that you get a lot of your questions answered, and you can move on with life. I'm very bad at anything that is not bass and treble. Not the greatest for a composer. Oh yeah, right. I mean, it comes with time. Time and practice will solve most ailments of life. Okay, so let's go to that first note on the trombone 2 is on the bottom. So let's look at that right here. So this note I'm looking at would be I'm trying to think of the tricks I used to tell myself because this is middle C, right, on the tenor clef. If this is middle C, this note here would be G and this would be A, right? Okay, there's a sharp on the what looks like, man, it's hard to see. It looks like a F sharp. Okay, so yeah, that's a F. If this is F sharp, would that be E then? Oh yeah. Okay, duh. So it'd be E and G. E and G. Okay, so I'll base it off of that. This is a good practice for me to get my tenor clefs in order as well. Let me just zoom out. Okay, so there's E. Okay, whole notes. Great. Moving on. And this is tied. Even better. we'll just cruise along here. That's 4 measures already. Next, you do it again. Okay, on this part though it changes. We have like that. I'm just gonna do this. Alright, and this is bottom voice only, looks like. Okay, so let's make sure that these are in legato. And then you go here. Oh, duh. I've been working in a different project where my 6/8s are handled differently, like in the metering. So what I need to do is flip my brain to the way I have it set here. So all my 8th notes make it a 6/8. So this is actually how it should be. Okay, now why isn't it playing the other stuff? Is it too high? Okay, and this is too high just in general because when I'm thinking C4 in American music, C4 is actually C3 in Cubase. So yeah, it's E2 instead of that, and then okay, got that. Okay, all right, moving on. Next page we have dun 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 dun. Am I on the right measure? 276, 77, 78. Okay. Da 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 da. Trombone hits a 8. E sharp. Okay. That's just one measure. And then G. And sometimes this is nice, but I'm going to turn this off. It gets annoying a little bit. You have this going all the way. Like that. Oh, wrong button. Okay, what do we got here? So then we have another E tied over just half as, or like a third of that length. Right. Okay, and then same thing, that E, I think some of this is not 100% right. Okay, that part should be right. Let's go to the next page. And just a review on what measure I'm on. 287 in the score. Yes, okay. Sometimes you get, you might like be off by a measure, and it's really frustrating when you you put all this time and effort and then you get lost on something got off and you're like, oh, where'd it go? Okay, but this is good so far. Hope you guys are all doing well, by the way. It is mid-April. I know for some of people you're going to school, and others you might be just, having a really tough work weeks. I always enjoy doing these streams because get a chance to kind of relax, not worry about the day-to-day life stuff, and just see how someone else might work as well. That's always fun for me to watch. So I think this is a D sharp, but I don't, you know what? I think I got that wrong. C sharp. Okay. So I'm looking now at measure 289. So right here. So I'm looking at this note. So this is where it starts to diverge a little bit. You got the G note here, and then from here they're kind of doing this like staggered call response, which is cool. So we'll get to the trombone one after this and hear how that sounds. You have C sharp. Where am I? I lost my place. Oh, yeah, C sharp, D, and then E. And I think we can just keep this all in legato mode for now. Okay, this is a G. And let me just double check those notes one more time. This should be a G as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, something got off already. Oh yeah, okay. So this one is a G, and this one is an E. All right. Did I mess up the previous measure too? Let's double check that real quick. This one should be right. This is an A. Okay. All right. Back to where we were. After this E, C sharp, 290. Okay, you go to another G, but we're going to close that note right there. Same thing. Oh, same thing. Let's copy and paste this note. What is this? You got G sharp. G sharp. Okay, here's 293. All right, something got off. Let's just see here. What did I do wrong? 294, 93, 92, 91. So right here is 290. Oop. I might have done this twice. So it's good to just be vigilant where you're at, so you don't have to make more mistakes down the road. So 125 on the DAW is 291. Okay, that looks good. This looks good. Next page. Okay, we have same thing. A lot of repeating here, which is cool. E, F sharp, G, A. Like that. E, F sharp, G, A. We have here D. Nope, that's not a D. It's an A. A sharp, actually. A sharp. Another A sharp. Hold over. Held over. This one too. Oops, wrong key. Okay. Whoa. What? Huh. Oh, I see. Sometimes it does help to get a really high def PDF file for the score. Anyways, because it's really blurry even when you zoom in, so kind of sucks that I have to do that. But let's see here. That's just for about one of those beats. 300. Okay, so I need to move this over, and I need to go like this, and go like that. Hey guys here, awesome. Good to see some familiar faces. Feel free to say hi if anyone else is out here. Don't be shy. It's always good to, if you guys have any questions too, feel free to ask. I'll get to it when I can. 130, 301, 302, 303, 303 right here would be G, no, this would be F, A, F, A, D sharp, F, A, no, F, A, B sharp, F, A, F, G, F, G. Wow. It's really messing with my head. F, right? A sharp, F, G, G sharp, and A sharp. That sounds familiar. Ba-da-da-da. Okay. And then what do we have here? Actually, no, that's the other voice. This is still trombone 2. What is that? That's a B. Cool. Then over another B held over. Okay, next page. All right, moving on. So let's skip over two bars. 1, 2. What do we got now? We got this. This is a C. Okay, oh, just only half a bar. Okay, next. We have this. This is also C, C, C. Okay. All right. What is that? That's a A to F. A. Like that, F sharp. Okay, moving on. 316 in the score. Same thing. A lot of repetition. This is good. If you guys study more modern scores, you'll see a lot of repetition as well. And it's you know, sometimes it's underrated. Like when you're composing stuff, sometimes you want to just like wow everybody and try to put everything you know into your compositions. But sometimes repeating things are one of the best methods of like getting it to stick in your head, like a good hook in a sense. You can overdo it though, of course, but yeah, it's good to know these that the classical composers also employ a lot of that. Okay, I just want to make sure that sounds in that ballpark. C A, is it A sharp? No, C A, B A. I mean B A. Okay. Let's go over here. Yeah. And then here, same thing. More repetition. So you're basically copying and pasting that twice. Right? Cool. Do we have some kind of comprehensive list of stuff we learned? For me, kind of leaves some things blank till he wants something is emphasized. Yeah. Let's see. So this measure, 154, that's 320, measure 320. Okay, so then I'm here. So this part would be A 321, A, okay, and then hold this out, about 2.5 measures. A lot of A's. Okay, we're almost there. So then I think we're done with the trombone. So this measures 325. Let me just double check. 325. Yep. Okay. So trombone 2 notes are done. I haven't shaped it yet. I might do that after though. After I put the trombone 1 in. Okay, so I can put maybe just a CC7 data in first though. Let's just do that. So let's go whoop, or maybe down like that. So I'll do that over. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just copy this over. What's nice about the trombones, for the most part, they're together, and then like towards the middle they diverge. But going back in the beginning, though, you'll still see even in the second half there's some doubling, or this is the first half, but even the second half there's some doubling. Anyways, going back to this, I can more or less copy and paste it, and then just move the notes up to the corresponding notes. So one thing I will do though is I'm going to color these differently. So I have this like really cool shortcut key to recolor everything. Make sure I don't press the wrong key though. Okay, so then there are 2 different purples now over here, these trombone parts. And what I can do is quickly navigate around that, maybe one note at a time. Okay, so let's go back. So our last bar that we're ending on is around 325. So, and where are we? Oh, wait, 271 is where we're at on the score. Okay, so that's about 50 measures, right? That we just did for trombone 2. So same thing for trombone 1. This will go a little bit faster, I think. This will be G's. Let's move to the next page. G. Okay. And then we drop out. We don't even play with trombone 2. So there's that. Moving to the next part. Oh, I see. This does shift though. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this over. And this is kind of a cool technique. It's sort of using the same rhythms, and as the trombone 2 holds out their note, trombone 1 is going to do kind of a similar rhythm but different staggered notes. We have C, looks like, D, E, F sharp, oops, G. Okay. So it's an octave higher. Looks like these next notes are in octaves, looks like. Like so. So let's listen to that and hear how it sounds. Okay. So it sounds like the trombone 6 part is much louder than the trombone 1 part. I mean the 2 trombones above. That makes sense, right? It should be louder. But I'm just going to make sure that they're at least in the vicinity for now. Maybe I'll bring this down even more. Okay, I think trombone 2 can be just a little louder now. Okay. Alright, so going back to what we're doing, that's the idea. So this is 279. E. Okay. So then Let's get rid of that lane. We have back to G. Next page. G again. All right, let's just double check this. Is that right? There's it's held out for 3. Looks like 3 bars. Okay, just making sure. So then there's that. Okay, same thing. So it looks like there's that repetition that we were talking about before. Let's get rid of this and that and copy what we just did before like that, because I think it's the same. Looks like it. This G and then E is correct. Okay, moving on. We have then a G. Oh, actually no. This is way up there. This is an E. Okay, and this is where it diverges. So I'm going to go here and say C sharp, D. Oh. Okay, and then we're going to hold this out. So it goes to E. Like that. I think that's a whole dotted half note, I mean. Let's solo that. Okay. Cool, and then let's move on. Trombone 1. Another E. Okay. Same thing, we're gonna do probably the same repetition again. E. Yep. This goes, I can delete this. This goes to another E. Till, let's see, there. And then C sharp, D sharp. Next page. This is E. So I can delete this and do that. Oh, that. Okay, moving on. We have E. C sharp. There you go. E. Okay, let's listen back to this little line. Okay, all right, so 296 in the score, but it's really my dot 130. Okay, so here we're tying, no, we're not tying anything yet. This is E or A sharp. So we're actually in unison for a second. Then we go to B sharp. That's interesting. What is that? That is another A sharp. Oh no, actually I'm looking at trombone 2. Trombone 1 is an E. Okay. And then C sharp. Okay, let's move to the next part. This is 303. Trombones. I'm gonna just delete this. Copy this back over, and this is actually a F sharp. Is that right? Oh, F natural. Cool. Okay, moving on. This is a B in unison. Then we go C sharp, D, E, and then F natural again. Let's delete that. What's this? This is a E. No, a D. Cool. All right. We're getting there. So this is in the score 311, so maybe 14 or 15 measures left. So here we have a lot of repetition in these notes. I think this is a F sharp. And we might want to extend that out just a little more. Now I think about how I'm hearing that, just to make it sound more natural, or do some variations on the release. Here is the next part. Okay, so wait, let's double check that. Okay, that looks good. Never mind. And also, there's other articulations. I'm actually kind of curious. If we were to do this long cuivre one from Spitfire, this one sounds a little bit more tinny and brassy, and this calls for sforzando, so that probably is more characteristic, but we'll have to massage the volume there. But anyways, just a thought there. Okay, but this part, I don't know if we need to go long cuivre. It might sound out of characteristic to not do it that way, but let's see. So you got C and then E. That's interesting. I'm actually, maybe I'll stick with this for a second, because this is more for an effect. And then you'll have to decrescendo that, is what it's saying. All right, are my notes correct though? F sharp. Okay, and then this top note is an E. All right. Okay. All right, just making sure. Next page. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that for every single one of these up until we come out of that little rhythm part. So at least for here, let's change that over. You can also do marcato. That might work even better sometimes. Oops, I think I pressed the wrong key though. Let me find where we left off. Okay, so let's find my next victim of notes here. So we're at 3, 12, 3, 13, 3, 14, 3, 15, 3, 16. I lost my place. I have to kind of count back. 3, 17. All right, found you. So we have D sharp. And this is C, F sharp. Okay, cool. C, and this is E. $153. Okay, so this part now goes to D sharp, F sharp, and then F sharp. Yeah, maybe up until here. We'll have to just do this long quiver, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But once you get it going, you kind of have to keep it going. So F sharp's all the way through. Okay, so that's it for that one. We'll have to massage this part. It gets pretty loud. I think we can go ahead and do that now. So first off, let's unsolo. And how should I? Maybe I'll do it out here because we can do it maybe in one swooping pass. Do merge mode and press play. Something like that, right? We can use our ears, but I'd also like to look at the score as I do this so that we can gauge just if we're overpowering anything, and also seeing in context with all these, like who gets the melody, right? That's really important. The melody here is probably the brass, dun 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 dun, that part. So this is supporting and just kind of adding to that. And I'm not sure if there's a crescendo here. I'm assuming there is, like a FP to a crescendo, because the timpani's doing it. I'm tempted to press play on this reference track though. Let me go ahead and do that now. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing a crescendo. So okay, well in that case, let's do our best to stay true to the score. One thing I might do though is just to kind of get better curve volume and all that. I'm going to slow it down, but not that slow. I'm going to probably just go to 100 this time. And that way I have an accurate sense of everything. Also, I just want to make sure these are balanced. So if I'm moving my... okay. So this might be a problem actually, because the way I have my curves, if I'm doing both at the same time, that's gonna not work for times where there's like overlapping notes. So that sucks. I can do it for certain sections. So let's go ahead and do it for this first half. I mean, like, well, not first half, but first like 4 measures. Right? Okay. Okay, so sorry. This was, I thought both of them were on, but not. Let's try again. Okay. So that wasn't perfect, but I was trying to get this FP to happen on the second note. Also, don't be afraid to do something like this. Let me put this on all parts to shorten that, so there's a little bit of breath, and also kind of gives you a little moment to reset. Okay. This is slower too. I'll speed up to the full tempo. Cool. Now that might be a little too much, so maybe I'll do a little less. I gotta do it on this one too. Okay. Yeah, and see, these are kind of things I just get overworked with, but if if anything, I can copy this part down. It's a little bit different though, because it's not FP. It's saying F. So what I could do is like maybe go that much, and then same thing here. Something like that. So if I can copy that to the other half, let's delete this. Cool. All right. So now this is where we will have to just do each one separate. The hope is by going slower, I can do this in one pass rather than two. So I'll try my best to get that in one swoop. Here we go. Here's 109, which is, let's see in this score. It's like 275. Yeah. So we're right here. Okay, so I'm gonna press record and let's give it a first take. It's loud. It wasn't perfect, but there's a few things I'm hearing. Well, first off, it's really loud. The trombones won't be overpowering everything else. It can be pretty loud instrument, but compare everything else, it's just I can just probably bring that down a bit. Maybe that was too much. Let's try again. Let's go about here. Okay, let's go full volume or full tempo, and let's just press play. Alright, so let's go to 137 here, which is 303. One thing I kept looking over is sometimes I would look at the tuba part on accident. So I'm like trying to hone in and look for this part, which was the tuba, but I should be looking here. So I think I messed up a few times on just knowing what to look for one. So let's try 303. So there's that little crescendo thing. There's some slurring here. Looks like the slur is happening on every other note. So is there a quick way to do that? Let's actually put some overlapping just in case we need to trigger any legato. It probably is kicking in already, but let's just put it in just in case, like that. So we're just gonna lengthen these notes. Yeah, all right. So from here, and then when we get to this forzando with a different articulation, let's go ahead and massage that, so to speak. Here we go. So this is now 301. Let's try again. Oops. Okay. Let me get in context. Yes, it's still kind of quiet. Let's go a little louder. So that's sort of where we want to be. Let's maybe bring this down even more. Okay. All right. So now let's do the second half. So the second half would be trombone 1. And going to this part is what? 287 or 277. So let's find 277. 277 is right here. Okay, so 1 for nothing, and then goes to 278. All right, forte. Here we go. Let's go a little louder. Press save. Why not? I'll actually go 2 measures. You know what? I'm gonna put that click on though. It's a little easier to keep track of. This one's a little bit quieter. It's harder to hear. Okay, it's got to get used to the volume there. I'm missing notes here. That's weird. Did I? Oh, okay. Maybe I thought I finished, but no, something got erased. Ah, that's too bad. Somewhere down the line, I erased stuff. Okay, my bad. Let me redo that. Actually, I lost my place right there. Okay, so right there. Okay, I must have deleted all those notes on accident. Okay, let's try this. So over here, let's go back and let's start where we left off. That's around 303. Okay, I'll start on 301. And let's find 301 over here. 7, 8, 9, 300. 301's right here. Okay, so 2 bars for nothing. something weird's happening though. I think I know what's happening. I'm recording over both parts. Like, so if I'm highlighting both of these, I'm actually recording over the second trombone part for some reason. That usually doesn't happen. That happens if I click out of it. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Well, I think I got that part pretty well. Let's just go ahead and press play. And then this part is pretty easy. Want to do a little decrescendo. Looks like I am doing that, but excuse me. Let's go a little more. Cool. All right. Not bad. Let's look at this part now. This part might be a little too loud. So after hearing this in context more, I feel like the trombone 2 is a bit loud. And then, you know, there's certain times where it can be louder. Like this one doesn't really pop out. It should. Okay, and then even this is probably the first voice. Alright, let's try that. No, let's try again. Sometimes it's hard to envision everything that's going on here, but once you put in the melody and like more string stuff, it really does come together. I think there's probably more massaging we could do, but I think we're good to move on. And you know, if we need to quiet it down a little bit, we can do that somewhere in that time. Guy, you have a question? Sorry, it took me this long to answer. Do you have a favorite classical musician? Martha Argerich, Yo-Yo Ma, Daniel Barenboim? Yeah. I mean, plenty. I mean, I was a big fan of Daniel Barenboim and his piano playing, and as well as his conducting. He has a really interesting past life too, where he married a cellist that passed away, and it's pretty tragic, his life. But yeah, I admire all the guys you mentioned, Martha Argerich, Yo-Yo Ma. I mean, if anyone, I've probably watched a lot of the conducting from, and I can't get the name out of my tongue right now. Seiji Ozawa from the Boston Symphony. Really big fan of his conducting. And then there's Cliver, I think that's his name, from the Chicago Symphony, and I think Vienna. But yeah, there's a lot of conductors that I watch. Like more modern stuff. I mean, Philip Glass, I'm a big fan of his stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. It's kind of hard to say like who really fits that bill nowadays. You know, there's like the neo. I don't know if you want to call them classical people, but like the Niels Fromm, kind of like a minimalist slash like a modern, uh, someone that veered away from like a whole concept of classical and just did his own thing. A big fan of what he was able to accomplish. But yeah, there's so many out there. It's hard to just like pull a name out of a hat, I guess. Yeah, so let's go on. Yeah, I think it would be cool to hear what you guys have, who you guys admire, and maybe I can learn a new person of that bunch. Jacob Collier comes to mind. He's a really big name right now, pretty hot. Um, there's the Dirty Loops people. These are all like kind of funk people too, huh? Um, there's Corey Wong. There's a lot of those guys out there. But yeah, classical is kind of harder. It's hard to find really good like classical people. If you ever want to discover a classical composer, a good friend of mine, James Dumas, just actually won a big competition, and he'll be flying out to, I believe, Brazil for the festival. But shout out to James Dumas. Check him out. It's Dumas, James Dumas. Okay, anyways, I'm going to reassess what we're doing here. So we have 271. Okay, we have some harp. So let's maybe see if I need to spend any time on that. I think it's just one note. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Let's kind of just do our odds and ends here. So 271, we have A sharp. Interesting. C. So this is like that C dominant chord, right? 271. All right, so here we have this kind of chord, and like that's what it's saying. Is it higher? No, I'm pretty sure it's here. Okay. All right, so that's that. Easy. Okay. All right, so we got that done. Moving on, we have to fill in the rest of the brass, right? So we did trombone. Let's do the horns and trumpets. So trumpets are below the horns, right? Okay. Let's do horns first. I still like kind of working bottom up, as you can see. So we'll just follow suit here. So we have these chords. Am I still on a harp? I am. Is that right? That's what the horns are playing. Okay, so this shouldn't be too long. Let's go to that. Okay, here are my two horn parts. Let's go all the way to the end of where we left off. Okay, and we're gonna go okay. So like that. And let's try a fixed. Howard Shore, awesome. Piano concerto, cool. That's awesome. Viking or Olafsson, good to know. James Dumas. James M. Dumas. Good question. I believe so. Is it on Spotify? Okay, I'm putting a little accent on the first part. Not much. I think that'll help. Dun 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 dun. Okay, and then we'll do one of these. All right, now the question is, am I going higher? Yeah, I need to go higher. Okay, and then this one is sustain. Cool. That's about right. So let's just do that now for the other side. Might be easier actually to just copy and paste this and go. James M. Duma on YouTube. Yeah, that's probably it. You might not see a lot of his stuff, but he did write a concerto, or no, excuse me, a string quartet, and that should be up on there. I think it's string quartet number 3, I believe. Yeah, I had the pleasure of being there for that concert, which was really cool. Really special to see string quartet live, playing something completely new for the first time. So this is an octave, it's not an E, but a C. Okay, so I might have jumped the gun. I'm on the... oh no, I am on the right one. Okay. Sorry. They're both green, so it's throwing me off. This is C. So if you put both of these together... oops. Well, that sounds cool. That's C sharp. Cool. All right. And is it tied for 2 measures? I believe so. Okay. Yeah. And then we do it again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Cool. So here, I'm going to just do a quick and dirty solution. And because my goal today, if I may, is try to finish this piece, but not finish this section at least. But I don't know if that's possible. I'm gonna do my darndest. So over here we have C sharp, G, and A sharp, E. Like this. C sharp and G though. Okay, and then let's listen to this part. Cool. And let's might need to be just a little louder too. Okay, so we have C sharp, C sharp. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun. So there's actually a mistake on the previous. I actually need to go here on this 109 measure, which is 275 in the actual score. Let's bring this up. And I'm not sure if I need to go down. Let's see. Maybe. I might need to go down a little bit because we want the other instruments to be heard. Yeah, so it's kind of a tricky bounce, but something around that ballpark. So this part, it's really quiet, it sounds like. So what can we do to make that louder? First off, maybe we bring up everything. Let's see. So like maybe here we retain the relationship above, but just bring up this instead. Yeah, that's better. Right, and some of this accenting is a little bit too exaggerated, so it's kind of tricky, but maybe, well, I already put the notes in, so on this part, I'll just delete that, bring some of this back up. All right, so 283. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so G, C sharp, G, A sharp, E. C sharp, G, A sharp, E. Oh, string quartet. One is there is one, but it does not specify. Oh, I see. Maybe just a string quartet. There should be like 4 movements on there though. Yeah. And by the way, thanks for sharing some of these other names. Viking or Olafson. And then the Howard Shore Piano Concerto. I've never heard of that one. That's pretty cool. It's cool that when you hear film composers write concerto, concert works. All right, so 287. I'm all over the place. Let's see, 283. Okay, 284. This part is probably different. A sharp, E, C sharp. No, it's not. So it's just kind of repeats there. All right, so let's just go make sure we do that right. Cool. Same thing. Okay, it's a little muddy right now. We'll have to massage this, but let's hear how it sounds without anything. Cool. So you might heard a bit of a bump of tempo there. It's because of these tempo tracks are a bit wide. So this is at 145. I'm just gonna bring that down a bit. Okay, even here, this is gonna be a big jump. 152 to 140. So let's go to maybe like 144 at least. Okay, and this one I can barely hear the horns at all. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll bring up the velocities. Let's see, let's do one of these guys. And then bring it up. Yeah, that's better. Okay, same here. I might want to push that up a bit. Okay, and I know why. This also needs to be deleted, so okay, it'll be really loud now. Not too bad. Okay, cool. All right, moving to the next part. 287, we have, okay, so there's some divergence again. So you got the da 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 on the top voice, and da 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 da. But the same notes it looks like, except it's the A natural on the bottom voice here. Okay, and you do that for how many measures? 4 measures. Okay. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. So let's see. Let's go over here. Well, actually, 4 measures, right? Since there's kind of a nice rhythmic scheme, we could probably just use some of this and go here. And it was bum 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 bum. Right. So if we delete this and go 4 times. So these notes are kind of short. It could be a little longer, so let's try one of these guys. Cool. For Spitfire, that sounds great. I'm a little worried about my Cinesample side. Let's see. All right, so it's now. Oh, and actually, I'm missing another line there on the first voice. Should I do that first? Let's do that first. I skipped out on this other half. Right here. Okay. So it should be like this. And I think it's A natural too. A natural. Right here. A natural. So, anyways, I got that right. And then the next idea is go over here. Add that in. Okay. So let's go down. These notes are the same. It's C sharp and G, but then we're going to go to something. It's staggered, so it goes the opposite. The easiest way to do that maybe is delete this, go over like that, and go like this. Okay, and there you go. Sentai Ranger Donnie. Is this Don Don Power Ranger, but a different name? Art Uncensored. Raid. Hello, Josh and all. Hope everyone is well. Art Uncensored, huh? Right on, right on. Tax free. Just make sure that you're not promoting services and whatnot. I'm gonna have to block you, sir. Okay, here we go. Let's go over here. That's what that is. In a perfect world, they play the rhythm 100% accurately like that. And it sounds a little too perfect when you do it like that. But anyways, so we have that much. You got the 4 measures of that. You could also try to follow the dynamics a little more accurately, how they're actually like pushing it up and down. Is there a quick way to do that? I could perhaps go something like this, where for the first, even up to here, I guess, first 3 notes like that, and then sounds good on the Spitfire stuff. On this one, let's see. The crescendos happens on the da da da. Okay. So over here, we have to go like this. like this. Ah, okay. Well, clever way to change your name there. Sentai Ranger Donnie. Okay. So now that we have a scheme here of notes, we can just sort of change the notes as we go. So the next part would be here. C sharps on the bottom and G sharp E. You do that 4 times. Looks like they don't change at all. Zoom in just a little bit so you can see that too. Okay, so bottom note C sharps, right? In octaves, okay. And then G sharp and E. So with the top voice is kind of interlocking that way. It's cool. Okay, let's hear it in context with. Cool. And we can maybe dial the fader down a little bit, but we'll have to hear in context with everything. We'll leave it for now. Okay, so now where are we at? 295. So you have C sharp, A sharp, G, E. Oh, that's interesting. So there's a rub there. Well, not really, because this is kind of like a C dominant chord. That A sharp is disguised as a B flat. Oh, excuse me. There's a C sharp in there though. So this is more of a diminished chord. I think A diminished. How does that work? Yeah, it's A diminished chord, but inverted. Okay, so how many measures? 2 measures. Cool. All right, let's see if I remember that. Let's go over here for 2 measures, right? We're gonna go like that. Oh, glue them together. C sharp, A sharp was the bottom, and then you built off of there the G and the E, or let's see. Yeah, so that's it. So we'll change these over to sustained notes. Okay. All right, and then it's 2 measures long. Cool. We can maybe go a little louder. I'm just debating. I don't know if it's crescendoing, if there should be movement there. It's hard to say because there's so much else going on. I guess we can just kind of keep it leveled. Let's try it one more time. Dial down the fader volume. There you go. Okay. So here it gets somewhat more predictable. What I'll do on the next part is find what we're kind of branching off on with these notes and do something on the next part where you're doing, oh, it's the da 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 da. So G, let's kind of, yeah, here we go. So we have G, C sharp, and this might be a little too high. So that's that A sharp diminished chord again. And you do that for 6 measures. And then there's this resolution here, as you can see. Okay. Anywho, let me double check something. So It's interesting how the horns kind of switch voices. The E stays the same. This G goes to A sharp, and then that G is played now by the second horns, or fourth horns, I should say. All right. Anyways, it's fascinating voicing. I probably don't need to copy that one as much as I need to copy one of these over here. Oh yeah, let's go like this. And where am I? Right here. 6 measures. So that's 6 right here. Okay. Let's delete that. Let's level these guys a little bit. Like that. And then the voicings. So here, there we go. So the first one, well, let's move all these guys up a little. Well, besides this first one, let's move this up. Then it's G, C sharp, and then the other one's A sharp and E. Cool. And then towards the end, maybe we'll crescendo it, just in the velocities. But let's see. Yeah, it's like a constant crescendo here. I might have peaked it too early though, so maybe go down just a little bit. Cool. All right, next. So this part then is that resolution I was talking about. You have A flat, D, B, F. What chord does that spell, guys? All right, Sam, thanks for watching. Have a good night. You have A flat, D, B, F. It looks like it spells like a a fully diminished 7th chord, and that goes for two bars. Okay, so this one can go here, and let's just move this over. So this is a B, D. What was the bottom note? I can't remember. A flat, A flat. Okay, it goes A flat. Oh no, that's not A flat. A flat. D. B, F. Right? Looks good. Okay, cool. And then we're going same notes. B, fully diminished. B 7th chord for 6 bars. Same notes basically. So let's go over here and we'll match that. Like that. Okay. All right. Moving to 311, you have A, D, A, D. So now it goes to a C, A, C, D sharp, F sharp. So now this is a F sharp diminished chord, fully diminished, dun 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 dun. Okay, and then that is in unison rhythms. I'm gonna see if I can find. Well, I think I'm okay just doing this and going here, and we'll just glue these notes like this. Dun 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 dun. Right? Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh, that's right. Dun 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 dun. There you go. Okay, but the notes are different. This is a fully diminished seventh chord. So F sharp. Let's double check here. Where am I? Right here. There it is. So F sharp. Yeah, all that. The spelling of the chords is interesting. It's a D sharp instead of a E flat or whatever, but that's okay. So then C. Cool. Sounds good so far. So where am I? A natural on the bottom. Bum 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 bum. Okay, and then it's switching, goes down. This is a C dominant chord. Right. I'm analyzing this as we're going, but eventually I'll write this down up on top of the DAW there. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. We could put a little bit of a, what I'm not doing that I should do is probably put these into different articulations. So let's do tenuto for this one. And for the bottom, it's working out pretty okay with this marcato. Cool. So I can do that over here as well. Just go, I don't know, there's a quicker way to do this. Let's go like this. Oh, but as soon as you change the lanes, it disappears. Okay, so yeah, this is probably not a quicker way. All right, it is if you know how to do it, but there you go. All right, next. So this is now 312, 313, 314, 315. So on 315, what do we have? That's over here. You have F sharp, C, A, E. Okay. Let's put all that together. So we have F sharp. Yeah, I guess they'll stay. It's just A natural. Right? Yeah. So what kind of chord is that? That's another diminished, but F sharp diminished, half diminished seventh chord, because there's a E natural. And then it goes to this next chord here, which is or actually F sharp. So this is a B dominant seventh chord, 317. Let me just double check again. This goes only one measure. So that's good to know. But it goes back to that on the second measure after that. So keep that in mind. What chord is this? So, oh, I see. So we're kind of dancing around that moment. So it goes like. It's like that. Okay. Makes sense. Alright, I think I can remember that. So 3 measures this time. Alright, so let's copy this over actually. There you go. So here we're going to the B dominant chord, B7th, yeah, like this, and then we're going to copy that over here. That's cool. So yeah, remember that little progression, B7, or yeah, and then F sharp, half diminished 7th chord to a B7 chord. That's interesting. I'm just thinking about how that works in theory. So that would be like a 5 diminished 7th over 5. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, moving to this part. It's more, I would say it's more like a cadential 6/4 almost. Anyways, next part is your E D. So this is way different. Da 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 da. It is kind of doing that same chord thing, and then it goes to the end. Da 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 da. And then, so if I can play that, it kind of makes sense in my head. Yeah, so it goes. Let's see, maybe do 2 hands. Right. And then, oh, it goes on this part where it holds out. Okay, I get it now. But right here you have D da D da, and then F or A and F sharp. Okay, I can remember that. So let's put that all in writing now. 2 measures. Okay. Yeah, so it's just following the same pattern here actually. Da 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 da. Like, oh well, with the, yep, like that. Dee da dee da. Okay, and then we're gonna switch these over like so. We probably will do staccatos for the rest of this point, like that. All right, and you can shape the rhythm, or I mean the velocities a little more, but maybe I'll kind of start a little bit quieter, bring it up towards the end, something like that. And then hold it on that B7 dominant chord, like that. So it sounds kind of like this. Nice. Cool. So then let's put that all together and hear it again. and the strings will do a lot of carrying over as well. But on this part, I feel like this cuivre, at first it's really loud, but I'm wondering if like tenuto or marcato would sound better. Real quick. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then that part kind of sounds cool with that articulation. But you know, this part is a little funky, so I wonder if I go back to the marcatos up until like the last note. Something like this. Yeah. That's cool. Should we commit to that? I'm just wondering if I should even do it with these. Not long, but marcato. These need to be a little louder. And then right here, we just need to dramatically get that quieter. Okay, that's a little too quiet. So let's now do just kind of in between. That's better. Yeah, and then this part, it drops out so quickly. I feel like maybe I'll go a little longer. Same with this one. Okay, and then we'll fade that out. Cool. I think that would work. Same with this tuba. Tuba's dropping out a little early, so let's go about there. I think that sounds better. Anyone else doing that? That's it. Okay, cool. That makes a huge difference. Just hearing that in context with everything else with that horn. Horns sound great, by the way. If you're curious which libraries I'm using the Spitfire horn solo or horn solo, and then the other one is the Sonore Cinesamples horns, and these sound awesome as well. Just want to make sure that my volume is set correctly. Wow, look at that. It's kind of big. All right. You know, I actually remember moving these up for a reason. So maybe all I need to do is delete those instead. Okay, anyways. That's good. I think we can go to the trumpets then. And after trumpets, we can start going to woodwinds or strings. Probably strings and then woodwinds. So we're getting closer and closer. Shoot. I was hoping to get everything from the section done, but it looks like we're gonna only get time to do brass and just the starting point for the other stuff like the strings. Maybe we can get strings in. Let's see. So let's go ahead and divvy our horn stuff and copy that over to trumpets, because I have a feeling trumpets are similar here. Let's go to 271. As you can see here, your trumpets and horns probably play similar notes. You have E flat. Oh, okay. I remember now. I did make a note here, and I guess it didn't save, but I put it in here at least. So this trumpet is in E. It's an E trumpet transposing. So the E trumpet or E note the C sounds like an E. So when you see it on paper and you play a C, it's actually playing an E, or it's the opposite. Always have to kind of do this in my head. A C plays an E. So everything is up a major third, and then in a case like that, let's see what trumpets I've been using. Oh, I haven't been using any trumpets, so this is sort of a experiment to see which trumpets I want to use. I have a feeling that these Spitfires will be used. I don't know about this one. It's a great library, but sometimes they're long sustained accent notes, especially in the high, sound a little funny. But I'll give it a chance. So I'll kind of do the same thing. This one will be the bottom voice, and then either that or that. Let's see here. I kind of like that 6 trumpet sound. Has a lot of character and room tone. Let's listen to this one. This one almost needs like a convo reverb, but they're sharing the same channel. Anywho, that's the plan. So what I'll do now is go to 271 and I'll just cut both of these and let's analyze real quick. Oops. I don't know what I did. Let's go to here. Going back to what I was saying, this is an E trumpet. So the E flat, when you play it, it'll sound like a G, and C will sound like an E, right? So it's E and G that we're playing on the trumpet. So the trumpet is kind of playing the top notes of each of these lines, which is horn 3 and horn 1. So horn 3 and horn 1 are playing the same notes as a trumpet. And let's just kind of see if that's the same throughout. So trumpet again plays the same notes, E and G. But looks like, let me see if I said that right. Let me just circle back what I just said. So I'm kind of not making sense here. So the E and G is correct with the trumpet part, but what I was saying before was not correct with the horn 3 and horn 1 playing what trumpet's playing. I just got the notes mixed up. So it's actually kind of like horn 1 and 2, but the G here is played an octave higher. That's what it is. So then, same thing. Okay, next part, this is E and G, same thing, E and G. Okay, this could be a very easy fix. in a sense, or copy and paste. I just want to make sure this is correct. So E and G. So this part is not correct. The top voice is good, but instead of going to C sharp and putting that, or is that A sharp, and putting that a octave higher, we're not doing that. And whatnot. So it does diverge quite a bit after that. So it's not doing anything similar to what the horns are doing at 287. So at least to 286, I know what to do. It's pretty easy. Let's go to here. Okay, and I'm just gonna go to the trumpets. So if this is a top voice, I'll just delete that. And if this is the bottom voice, I'll delete that. Okay, and then I'll just go up an octave. Okay, and that's the plan. So that should, if you play that together with the horns, it sounds pretty good. So that sounds a little funny because there's a big jump in tempo here. So what I'll do is I'll bring that down to level it off a bit. And I'll maybe bring this one up. So those two plot points at 117, 118. Let's try again. Alright, and I'm just going to double check to make sure those are the right notes. So you have trumpets playing C, E flat, which is E and G in reality. Oh, okay. So one thing to consider, at 285, you cut out early. Apparently you're not holding with the trumpet or the horns there. And same over here at 281. Interesting. Okay, so that seems to be across the board. You're only like treating those notes here as like a marcato. So if I were to do that, it'd be more like that. Cool. That works pretty well. I'll give it just a little more length, and this is sort of the same as before with the horns. Maybe we bring this up just a bit like that. Cool. I feel like this part needs to speed up, or it slows down. So at least for that second bar, let's go faster. Same with this. This is a bit slow to me. Might even want to speed up that second bar a bit. And as soon as you get to there, there's a lot of push and pull, but that's a good starting point. I think once the string and woodwinds hit it, it's gonna really pop. Okay, so let's go to wherever we were, where it diverges, right? So the trombones start this do 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 do. Well, I guess it's the tubas that start it do 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 do, and then do 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 do. Trombones, and then trumpets follow suit. Do 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 do. That's sort of what's happening here. So that's a E. Transpose. Oh, is that right? So E to A sharp. Am I transposing that F to, yeah, probably. Is that correct? So that's it. That's 287. Do 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 do. How many times? 4 times. Whoa, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Whoa, 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. Okay, 8 times. Do 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 do. Interesting. It's the same notes. Okay. And the shaping of this is interesting. It goes, if that's the crescendo for the trumpet, it's really short. That's kind of a weird crescendo, decrescendo thing, to be honest. So maybe what they're saying is crescendo, I'm not sure. Hit it hard on the beginning and then hit it hard at the end. Do 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 do. That's a staccato right there too. Staccato on the 3rd note and hold out. Also, this is just trumpet 2. So for 8 measures, just for trumpet 2, very funky, but let's do it. So this would be here. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. So from here, we're playing. Maybe I'll use this input method, and it's just going. Oh wait, E. All right, and then it's E natural. My bad. Do short though. Okay, so doing it 8 times. And you're holding it. Oh, okay. You know what? This is, I'm reading this wrong. It looks like it's trumpet 2 for the first 2 notes, and then trumpet 1 for the second notes. That's interesting. So why do they do that? Maybe so you can really extend that out. So this part would go here, kind of like that. Well, let's extend it that much. And then on the second half, I guess we'll need to extend this all the way and go here. And this will be short. Let's do marcato, and then, well, maybe marcato for both of these. Okay. Let's hear that together. All right. We might be able to do like a sustained accent. All right. Or staccato, maybe not. Forte piano. Something like that, or If we can get that to kick a little bit with the legato, That might work if you did that. And then let's just bring these down slightly. Okay. All right, so then let's copy that over. And we're doing it a lot. You're gonna go here, 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 4 times. So let's just double that. That's 8 times. Interesting. I never thought or heard that. Let's listen to this in the recording real quick. Interesting. So it's just like this ever nonstop barrage of notes, you know, and this makes sense to me. I just don't hear that trumpet. I kind of hear it. All right, let's see if I'm doing anything else wrong or right. do 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 do. So maybe just quieter, because it is it pops out quite a bit. So this right here, if I go tenuto maybe, and just quiet that down. They're both really similar. Interesting. So let's just bring this down on both ends. Okay, let's bring, yeah, might as well. There's a lot of other things happening, so that should be fine. Okay, so that should be in the right spot. Let me just double check measures. This is 290. We end at 294. Okay, 294. Nope, 294 still going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 287 is where that starts. 2. Oh, okay. It looks like I have this 1 measure ahead, which means I must have messed up somewhere here. 117 is actually 283 in the score. 283. So 283 is here. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, okay. So there's just like a measure of rest in between that 1 or 286 in the score. So then we're caught in the right place here. Okay, and let's just double check. Am I doing this wrong? Am I doing this right or wrong? So right here, C D D D D D D D. Oh, okay. That's actually D D D D D D D D D D. Oh, okay. So I am doing this wrong. Something just didn't feel right. It's actually like this. D D D D D D D. That's it. Okay, cool. That's it. This should be kind of short. Cool. and then maybe tenue on both. Okay, and maybe lengthen this one and push it in, maybe. So yeah, maybe as it gets louder, as it swells a little bit, you kind of rush the rhythm. Very nice. Okay, that's it. And then 295, we have new stuff. D, 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 or it's C, 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 C. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Let's just grab some of these. All right, and double this, delete that, make these tenuto. Not sure about that one. All right, and maybe on this I'll speed it up just a bit. It's 142. The wheel, okay, there you go. The wheel wasn't moving. Okay, so that's kind of weak sauce. Why is that? Let's move this down, and let's move this up. Okay, alright, so that's what it's saying. Oh, no, it's not. This is an E, so we're transposing. So yes, it would be an E on both of them, not C. Cool. And then here, we'll go like this, and we'll just glue those together. Make these something like that. Maybe this one will go sustain accent. Okay. So this part, that high note is just sounds a little funky to me. I'll try a different one. There we go. Yeah, that has a nice bite to it. Let's hear this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Do a little crescendo there. All right, so that is from 295 to 299. Let's find 299. 299. Okay, so 3 bars of rest. At 303, we're gonna go not D flat. Transposing that is F natural. F natural. Okay, so we can kind of do a copy and paste here on this part. Let's find 303, and these will be F natural. So we're just going up a half step, and let's hear that in context. this is where we're doing like a stress test on these tempo tracks that I made. It's not really jiving because it shouldn't slow down that much, so I'll kind of keep it in the same vicinity. I mean, you might even argue it could go faster. That might feel a little bit more real. It's so subtle, but let's do that. So then, after that point, trumpets don't play until 312. You have A and C. Yep. So in thirds, and then goes back to G and E. Okay, so it goes like, right? Whoa, that's a out of context. That doesn't sound right, but let's see. Let's find 312, and we're gonna go A and C, A, C, like that. Of course, we're transposing that already, so A, C, let's force on to, so really loud in the beginning, and then this should be E and C, or G, right? E and G. Okay, let's try that. Tenuto. Let's go. That one. Alright, cool. So that's that. And then the first note, you kind of want more of a bite to it. I could try that for that patch, and then maybe a marcato for that patch. Yeah, you can hear a difference. It marks the time just a bit. Yeah. I don't know if I'll do like true copy and paste with every single thing, so I don't know. It's hard to say. Okay, let's just do that, and then here, same idea. Okay, so we're getting so close to the end of the trumpet line. Just a little bit more here. So you have C and E, dun, 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 and then A and E. And then C and E, or A and E. Okay, let's do those three measures. You have C and E. Da 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 da. Right. Cool. Kind of trying to recreate some of that crescendoing that they're saying, and then dun dun. Maybe on these we'll go long, something like that, and tenuto. That's what it's saying. Dun dun. and then this one here, measure 317, we're going A and B, transposing. And then this actually goes to F sharp. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's do that in our heads. Dun. Okay. I'm not sure which one I'll do. Maybe this one, and then tenuto on this one. Okay. Dun, dun. Ooh, okay. I'm starting to see the picture here. F sharp on this time. So that's this measure. 321. Then you're going da 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 da, or da 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 da. So just using how should I do this? Da da da. Let's go here and matching these notes down here. Cool. And this is dropping out pretty quick. While the horns and tuba, trombone, they're extending out. The trumpet just does like a marcato sort of thing. It says forzando, but it's like a big marcato note. Yeah, let's do a half note. How about that? Okay, all right, let's hear how that sounds. All right, something was a little funky there. Right there, it's these notes. Let's bring that up a little bit more. Okay, and then the transition. That sounds pretty good. Sounds better than before. Yeah, let's kind of extend that a little bit longer than it's sprinting out. Sounds better that way. Okay, so that's it. And then now massaging maybe some of that volume will help. Let's go to the top of this. Too low. Okay, so this one, okay. I didn't actually touch that at all, huh? I'm listening for the bottom. Something happened. There's like a voice crossing here, so I think I need to flip these over so that it stays up top. Okay. Anyways, that threw me off when I was looking at it. Let's try the second half here. this could also almost hang over, but let's make sure that this isn't too loud. I don't know. I'm sort of debating if I should go louder or softer there. It's just very it's very bright. So there's not a lot of tail in this brass. Oh, and that's why. So I'm gonna really bring out the tail here in the brass section. And what else can we do? We might want to put a combo reverb or something here too. Or let's try this first. Let's bring up the send. And anytime now. Oh. That's a good amount. Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, this part's kind of tricky because it really is obvious when it cuts out. So you want to massage that. That's a hard one. I could bring up some of this a little more. Anywho, these are little touches. So volume wise, let's just keep going. Let's see how these would sound. Crescendo at the end there. See how that sounds. Sounds pretty good. There's certain nice qualities to all of that. That's just happening. Yeah, this reverb helps. I'm just like trying to think anything else we could do. I'll probably add maybe a small convo reverb. But let's just add a little more reverb overall. Speaking of reverb, let's just make sure we do long tails even more. Yeah, let's go like around there, 4.5 seconds. Sounds better for the most part when you're adding more tail to that. Let's do that for the strings. Strings also, ooh, that'll really help. I keep them short so I can hear the details generally, but it really does make a difference when you can extend out that tail. It's probably a faster way to do this, but I'm just want to make sure I'm covering all my bases as well. Oh, no, that's percussion. So pluck is the only other one, I think, the harp. So I can bring up that in the mix. Okay. There you go. That's good enough. All right. So that's it for the trumpets. Wow. Okay, so brass is more or less done for now. And then the next stuff or next sections are your strings. We kind of got the string start last time with our cello, but man, there's still cello 1 to do, viola, violin 2, and violin 1, and then all the woodwinds. So violin or all the string stuff pretty burly if you look at it. So, man, it might even take all of the live stream for the next time to just do strings. Uh, I think I'm hopeful we can get strings done, and then let's just look at the woodwinds. Woodwinds are fairly easy. Looks like they're just extensions of what the brass are doing, and then they're holding out chords. So woodwinds aren't as difficult as I imagined. I mean, there are a few lines here. This probably it's probably doubles up down with the bass. It looks like, yeah. So some of those can be copied over, which is nice. But yeah, this part's kind of tricky with woodwinds. So all of this right here will take a little bit of finessing. Man, oh man. Okay, so what time is it? It's almost 11 on my time. I think I will do one of the strings, which I think cello would be a good start. So cello 1. Oh, I think I went past 271. So let's do cello 1, and let's just see how far we can go with that today. So let's the beautiful part about this is no transposing. The trumpet transpositions were kind of throwing me off, but we survived that. So where are we at now? This is, let's see here. Okay, so what am I doing? This is like cello 2, and then what would make my cello 1? Maybe one of these voices? Let's pick this one here. Oh, I do have Pacific cello too, huh? Oh, I haven't even used that yet. Interesting. Let me see something. Interesting. What if I did this? And for some reason, maybe that's not even on. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm actually wondering if I should go to Pacific cello. Or do both. I don't know. Maybe I picked that for a reason. Okay, well, let's go over here. I'm pretty sure this is cello 1. And 271 score. Let's just start going right at it. 16th notes. We have it's really low notes, unless, yeah, no, they're really low notes. Okay, so we have I think I missed one. Okay. Okay, that's the idea. So let's bring up that. All right. Okay. Dun dun dun. Oh, these are short. Oh, okay. So I think I have a typo here. G, A, B, C. That's it. Like that. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Just louder. Yeah, that does make a difference. Okay. Then we do that again. Although this is a C natural. Right? Okay, so we really need to bring up the volume here. Okay, that's a little better. That's sort of the idea. Okay, moving on. So you do this 4 times. Oh, I don't know why it keeps jumping that far. Alright, so we go like this. Nice, okay. So 4 times on that. And then what else do we have here? 275. We have it's the same stuff. Okay. So 8 times looks like you do that. 8 times, great. Let's go like this. Be a little easier to copy over. Yeah, actually, looking at the shaping, you probably want to aim this closer to the middle on practically all of this. That's good enough. All right, now it changes. It goes with a C sharp and D. Okay, and how many times do you do this? It looks like 8 times as well. Or if not longer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's just probably 8 times. And then on the next part, oh, actually no, it's longer. But let's do 8 times. So we're gonna go like this. Go like that. All right, so on this one, we're changing all of the C's to that, all the E's to D, and F sharps to E, G to F sharp, A's to G, okay, what am I looking at here? C, okay, A would be the last one. All right, now the high C is going to be A sharp, A, G, E. Cool, that sounds great. and we're gonna just keep letting that ride for a bit, I guess. I have a suspicion that I need to get a little bit louder, so I might want to bring up my cello. Oh, actually, you know what? This is not a Vienna ensemble instrument. This is actually inside of the Cubase, so I can probably bump this up just a bit. Let's bump it up about to 4, and everything I just did here might want to go down. Just want to get that balanced a little bit better. Okay, cool. So at 283, let's take a look at that. 283, you have same notes, it looks like, and we're gonna do that for another 8 times. Okay, and this is where it changes at 291. So at least from there to there, we're good. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna just hold that up until 291. All right, and then on 291 it changes. It goes to C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A natural, which is the same as, I guess this A sharp for a brief moment, and then E or G, F sharp. Okay, so this one's a little funky, but you do this for 4 times. Okay, I think I can remember most of that. G sharp. Okay, so let's move this in. Oh, what did I do here? That's weird. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, we got a little weird typo here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go from here to here. I have to fix this real quick. Go like that. And there we go. This should be correct now. Oh no. I think I just did the opposite of what I wanted to do. Okay, so first off, the reason why that's wrong is because, let's see, I just cut this a little too early, my bad. Okay, so I guess we can do that. Alright, let's see if is this correct now? So 4, 6, 7, 8. Nah, I did something funky. That's correct now. So at 279, let's just double check something. 279. Yeah, okay. So it's actually from here. Oh man. Okay. So then 295, is that right? 295 is when it comes in? 295 where the change is? No. So it's 291. 291. 8, 9, 10, 1. It's all really wonky right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got that correct now. Corrected. So going back to what I was trying to do, we have D sharp, G sharp, and then over here we have A, G sharp, F sharp. E, F sharp, G sharp, A is the highest note. C, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. What am I doing wrong? C, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. C, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Oh, okay. So then this will go here. And we're going to go like this. And then the last two notes are F sharp and E. Right? G sharp, F sharp, E. E and D. Oh, my bad. E and D. D sharp. Cool. Bring up some of the accents there. All right, so that's done. 295. Now it's more of these measured tremolos, it looks like. So this is tricky because I'm just using a legato patch. But it might work. I think that you can do little staccatos. You just have to program it in a certain way. But I love to kind of keep it in one track if I can. So you have C sharp, E, C, or C sharp, G, E. Okay, and it's going like da 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 da. Okay, so let's write that in. Oh, oops, wrong key. Okay. So then let's bring up the volume and let's hear how it sounds. Actually works pretty well. So so we're going da 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 da, and then da 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 da. So you repeat that, repeat 4 times so far, 5 times. Interesting. On the 6th time it changes. A sharp, E, A, E, A, E, or A sharp, E, da da da. Okay. All right, so 5 times, and then A, E, A, E, A, E. Okay, let's try it. Put a little crescendo maybe towards the middle, like this. Let's listen just to this. Okay, and then maybe taking one of these again. We'll go A, E, A sharp, E. Something like this. Okay, and then what does it say? E and E, octave lower. Okay. Like that. That works pretty well, surprisingly, with this legato patch. I'm kind of curious if I did that. Yeah, I mean, it's not really that much of a difference. I'll just keep them short. and then so you got that, and then where are we at? All right, right here. So then we have D. Nope. So this is an like a diminished chord, starting with a D. Okay, so it's similar to what we're doing here. I might want to just copy this over and change these on a global. So we go like that. Okay, so it's close. So here we have the F sharps are good. So B, F sharp, B, F sharp, and then it goes to D, settles on D, and then G sharp, D. So D, G sharp, D. Wow. All right. Okay, what's next? 311. 311, we have another. Are we going down this time? So we're going down. Oh, it's a little bit different though. Okay, and then same thing here. We have. Okay, so for those 4 measures, what measure do we end on? So that's 315. Okay, let's find it around here. So we have, we can just kind of keep one of these. And go do. Oops. Like that. Actually, let's solo that. I think I got that mixed up though. It should be F sharp A and then the E, G's. Okay, so F sharp A. And this is part of the, I forget which chords these are. Okay, but that's good enough. And then we go on to the next one. It goes, right? Okay, so four measures of that. Over here, it goes D. It's a D sharp. Or E. E, F sharp, A. Okay, alright, so E. And then, but these ones are D sharp. Okay. Oops. Okay, alright, next. What do we have? Okay, that part's right. On 319 we have and then it switches. Okay, so let's deal with these two first. Okay. So this one's correct, but this one goes A. Okay. All right, and then this is different. So A, C, B, A, C, B. And I think it just repeats again. But then it goes, right? Oh no, I'm looking at the viola. Ugh. Okay, so let's go back to violin cello or violin one, VC. I always want to say violin cello, but it's just cello. We just say cello. So, anyways, you have. So that's the first part, and then it just holds A, and then B. I might be actually too high now, I just realized. Okay, we're almost there. So, and then the B holds for 5 measures. Wow. Okay. Let me just go back and do match my iPad here. Okay, I think we got it. So this is an interesting line. So we have and I'm gonna have to check my octaves here. I might be an octave too low. So we have A, C, B. Okay. So 56, that's 323. 322. Did I mess up? Okay, let's double check something. Because this doesn't seem to be jiving here. This is 320. I should be at 320, but this is 322. Okay, so where is that at? This is 322, 21, 20, 19. So 319. So all of this. Interesting. I must have done something a little funky here again. Okay, it's 311. 311. Oops. Oh, and then. Okay. So that's right. Oh, okay, so this is wrong. Alright. And if that's correct, then this should be 321. 321. Let's see, let's hear that again. Okay, that's 320. 321. Okay, alright, we're in the right spot. But are we in the right octave? That's the good question. So let's bring this all down. This is A. And then this is F sharp. And then B for a really long time. Like that. Oops. So we just keep going probably till here. All right, let's double check. So we stop at 329, is that right? 329. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, and that's not a B, that's a C. Let's make sure it's on B. Yeah, okay, so I suspected I was going too low on all of this. So I'm going to bring this up an octave on everything I just did. Okay, let's double check that. Okay, so I take that back. This part seems to be in the right spot. The but somewhere in the mix, I went too low on the other ones. So I'm looking. Let's see. Where does it diverge? Okay, so it's on all of this stuff right here. So up to there and here, it was correct beforehand, but then from here, okay, is that right though? Because it should be a C sharp. Oh, okay. I just looked in the wrong spot. So I believe it's this one. Okay, yeah. Great. Okay, so the last thing for today then is to maybe also shape some of this accordingly. Here we go. Something to that degree. All right, so let me just double check this. These are all the same. Okay, so 105-ish. All right, yeah. That's about right. I just brought up a little bit of that juice, so to speak. I think we're good. All right then. Whoo-wee. That concludes our session for today. Let's have a listen to this section only, just because it's so long. Normally I'll play the whole thing, but I think for our case, I'll just play where we were working on today. And maybe a little bit beforehand, like maybe right here. Okay, so let's review and give it just a chance to kind of soak it all in. There's a bunch of notes and instruments missing from this still, but this is probably like halfway there, or maybe one can say more than that, like 2/3. I would say 2/3. Here we go. Okay. Well, very nice. So I'm really excited to try to get all the other notes in for next time. And we'll probably have to do some major shaping and really bringing out the melody, if you want to even call it the melody, but the main focus of the lines, like I would say the brass, a lot of it has to do with them and bringing out their voicing. But anyways, it's really exciting to get this piece along. Um, it's coming alive, and once we add all the other strings, I think it'll sound really good. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're still around, thanks for watching and being around. If not, then I understand. This is a long, long session, and it's on purpose available for watching it later at your own time and leisure. So I will plan on doing another stream next week at our usual time, 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time. So stay tuned if you want to be in touch of the newsletter so you know exactly when the next streams are. Be sure to sign up for that and also like and subscribe to the videos. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.